Hi, my name is Jennifer Kranjec. I'm an online hypnosis practitioner and I help people within the surgical, medical, and healthcare fields live happier, healthier lives. So, there's a lot of buzz going around about hypnotherapy these days, and it's a really incredible thing. Why does hypnosis make sense? And I'll tell you why. Because it works, it's very effective. Hypnosis is a very natural process, it's something that you are in and out of all day long. What it is really basically at its core a very deep, focused inward concentration. Now, this goes deeper than maybe meditation, I think, because a lot of people think that meditation, you're sitting there, your mind is blank, and you're just relaxing in this state. But in hypnosis, you are actually guided by a hypnosis practitioner or hypnotist. And what's happening is ideas and solutions are coming to you while you're learning about yourself, and it's actually coming quite rapidly. And this is where problems actually get solved, because in the non-conscious mind, as we know, this is where your freeze, fight, or flight responses are found. So whenever you're having an emotional reaction or something is troubling you, there's always emotion attached to it. And if we can hit that core issue in hypnosis, we will knock out all of those side effect problems that you're having, whether it's anxiety, panic attacks, addiction cravings. It can be a multitude of different things. Even comes down to even PTSD. We can deal with those symptoms and reduce them within a hypnosis session. Now, depending on the type of hypnosis that you are experiencing, will have different types of effects. Now, you might have watched my other videos, and I do talk about there are different styles and types of hypnosis, and they all have a different type of purpose. So if you're choosing the wrong type of hypnosis, you're not necessarily going to get the exact result that you are looking for. So you have to kind of shop around to find out, excuse me, of the different versions of hypnosis that are going to be beneficial for you. So there's the meditative form of hypnosis, there is a suggestive form of hypnosis. If you're somebody who likes people telling you what to do and trying to give you that advice and you're really willing to take it, suggestive hypnosis is really great for that. There's emotional trance type of work where we deal specifically just with emotions, and that's what the hypnosis is based around. There's versions of conversational hypnosis, and the list goes on and on and on. There's many variations of this. And the reason why hypnosis is starting to really make sense to a lot of people, even traditional therapy is really now starting to explore hypnosis, because they're starting to see the effect that it actually has, and it's a legitimate thing. Can we find it on an MRI? No, we can't, because everybody experiences life differently, and everybody's experiencing different feelings differently, which means my life experiences are not the same as yours. Even if we have the same experience, we're side by side experiencing a situation, we interpret it differently. We have different feelings, we have different thoughts around it, different beliefs, we have different interpretations and levels of emotion around that. And so when we're in a hypnotic state, what ends up happening is because we're all such unique individuals, we are going through many different things and all at the same time. So we can't pinpoint anything in particular in the brain, because we are feeling, we're remembering, we're thinking, we're creating, we're hearing, we're experiencing, we're learning, we're changing and discovering. So all of these things are happening all at once. So you can't just say, there's hypnosis right there. It's a lot of things, and they're morphing and changing and they're moving, and the attention is changing as you're in hypnosis. So this is why hypnosis is so special, because in a hypnosis session, we are dealing with a specific individual and helping them find what works best for them in that state. This is why it's so great. And we're utilizing something that is 100% natural. So our brain will automatically update itself, disregard irrelevant information continuously through the day. There's important information we need to know for our safety and our survival and our recognition of things in our daily life and the people that we meet and the situations that we encounter. And what that means is we're going to have an emotional response attached to every single thing we do. It might be so minimal you may not even notice it's happening, but it is definitely there. So when somebody's experiencing a problem, there is an emotional attachment there, and it can affect a lot of things that are happening in your life. If you're under stress or you've experienced trauma over and over, or somebody said something to you when you were 4 years old, and for some reason today you are vaping because that's how you deal with it, but you think you're just vaping because you're alleviating stress. That's maybe not the core issue is the stress, and maybe it's something that happened a long time ago. And if we knock out the emotions around the core issue, all of those side effects that you're having based on that are going to fall like a domino effect and knock everything out, so that you are recovering in many ways, not just one, because it all comes back down to that freeze, fight, or flight response in the non-conscious mind. It's all very primitive part of the mind. So again, it's natural, it's quick. So if you are in a hypnosis session, it can literally happen for you where your issue can be resolved as quickly as in one session. Not everybody's going to take one session, but if you have a good hypnotist working with you, what's going to happen is they're going to work with you so that this old problem doesn't affect you in the future and you relapse back into that old feeling and old response behavior. So working with a person in hypnosis, the effect can be rapid right there, like a lightning bolt moment, aha moment in the session that the client will have. Or it can be within a couple of days, because it's going to slowly escalate up into the changing of the neurology around the problem, because that's where it all happens. It's happening in the brain. It's actually updating information and how to respond on a deep emotional level, so that your emotional levels aren't spiking. They're kind of coming back down in even to a more manageable, or even I would say loosely normal level. And that's where the healing occurs, and it can happen really quickly. And I've had clients tell me in the past that, it has changed everything, because they go to traditional therapy and the therapist is saying things to them over and over again, week after week, year after year, and they know what they're saying makes sense. They understand what they're saying, but for some reason, the brain isn't accepting it, even though it's the best information you have ever heard. But in a hypnotic state, and you hear that information that you agree with, and it's beneficial to you, and you want that change, the brain will take it on board. And that's where the changes happen. So people who are in traditional therapy sometimes will say, I had a massive breakthrough in my therapy session because they've been going for 20 years and they finally had that breakthrough. It's because for some reason at that moment, they were in a slight hypnotic state naturally. And the therapist at the exact moment, at the right moment, said the right thing, and it got absorbed and the brain started changing the neurology. With a hypnosis session, we actually make it so that you are ready to make those changes on that much deeper level. And it's very profound. And the nice thing about hypnosis, why it makes sense, is because it's easy. It's very easy to do because it is a natural process. There's nothing mystic or magical about this. This is not some kind of spell that's being put on you. And because it's easy, if you are intelligent enough to listen to instructions, think for yourself, have an opinion, have ideas, and be creative, hypnosis will work for you. All you have to do is participate in the session and be ready for change. So if you want fast results and you want this experience so that you can get on with the rest of your life, this is why hypnosis makes sense. If you are interested in more about what I do and how I can help you as an online hypnosis practitioner, please check out my website. There's lots of information there. There's videos there for you to explore. If you would like a one-on-one consultation with me, I am an online hypnotist, so my consultations are conducted over Zoom, as are my sessions, so that you can be in the privacy and feel the safety of your own home. Also, please check out my other videos. I'm on social media, Facebook, and on Instagram, as well as YouTube. So there's a whole array of videos that you can check out there. And I'd love to hear from you. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I'd love to have a conversation and have an open discussion, or anything that you maybe want me to make a video about, I'd be happy to do. And I think that's all for today. That's my video, and I will see you on the next one.